Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's GentooMan here, also known as Rainy, and I've got a pretty good story time for you guys today. This happened just yesterday, and we're just going to hop right into it. So like I said, this takes place just yesterday, and yesterday was, this weekend is opening weekend for Inside Out 2, the new Pixar movie. Everyone knows fucking Inside Out is. And for those of you who don't know, although most of you should at this point if you're returning viewers, I work at a movie theater, so that meant nothing but bad news for me. So we had 21 different showings of Inside Out 2 throughout this day, and each one was at least 40% capacity, which is a lot of people. Like, just to put some numbers to it, I showed up at 2:30 p.m., in the afternoon, and we had already had 1,800 people show up for this movie. It was an absolute madhouse there. People were, there was a ton of people. Everyone wanted to get everything. We were preparing for war over there. When I had first gotten there, I was on cleans. I ended up getting swapped over to a different position later on. But when I first got there, I was on cleans. So I had to clean the theaters, Which I may have said this before in a video and I've talked about working at the movie theater, but I fucking hate cleaning up after kids' movies because kids just make a giant mess and parents don't really make them take their garbage or anything. It's just really fucking annoying. So it was amplified by 21 because we had 21 different shows of this movie today. They were all super sold out and they were all kids' movies, so there's a ton of kids in them. And the worst part is the theaters were super messy, so it took us a while to clean them. But since the movies were going in within 15 minutes of each other, they're also getting out within 15 minutes of each other, which gave us not a lot of leeway to clean the theaters in good time. And there's a bunch of shit that went wrong, too. One theater me and my coworker walked into to clean, and there was this, a bunch of kids up next to, the screen and, leaning on it and, poking it and touching it. And they didn't end up breaking it, although for a second there we thought that the kid left a dent in it, which would have been really bad. And I don't really know what the protocol is, but from what I hear, those screens can range between $50,000 to $200,000. They are not cheap things. So it's a good thing it didn't break, or else those parents might have been severely financially crippled for the next little bit. We also ended up finding this little toy thing that we found it and it started making noise. It was one of those talking stuffy things. And then we kind of just put it to the side and it wouldn't shut the fuck up. I thought it started talking when we first found it because we touched it, which makes sense, but we stopped touching it and it's so that wasn't fun. It just kept talking and it was kind of horrifying in a quiet theater. And again, we were all rushing and working our asses off trying to make sure theaters got cleaned in time because it was really annoying because parents with kids, I find they're just so fucking entitled sometimes because, they'd come in while we're cleaning a theater and be like, hey, we need you to wait in the lobby so we can finish cleaning the theater. They'd be like, well, how much longer is it going to take? It's going to take however fucking long it's going to take. The last kids are made a mess. Your kid's probably going to make a mess. It's just really annoying. But we were trying to get it done because people would try and come in anyways, and it was just a lot. So believe it or not, the story actually kind of kicks it into high gear here. At about 5:30, I got switched off cleans and I got put in back of house to help my coworker cook food and make popcorn and stuff because that was insane. And it got to the point where there was 5 or 6 of us back there doing stuff because we had deliveries because the theater I work at does skip the dishes and stuff. We had to make popcorn and make sure nachos stayed stocked and then hot foods as well. And it was wild. And it was very, very tiring, and I'm still very tired right now because of it, but we made it through, and I'd like to give a personal shout-out to everyone back there who definitely does not watch my videos, and I probably will not tell about my videos because I'm very self-conscious about it, but shout-out to them. They did great. The story kind of actually kicks off about, towards the end of the night, so logically, because it was a very busy night, and it wasn't just Inside Out that was super busy, that's what made it incredibly busy, but there was still other movies that were had a lot of people going into them, so there was a lot of people. And because there was a lot of people, we sold out of basically all the food, and it got to the point where we ran out of hot dogs, and hot dogs are a pretty big seller. And so we asked our manager should we put more hot dogs on because we're all out. But it turned out that they were going to take too long to cook on the grill, and by the time they were done, we would have locked doors and nobody would be buying them anyways. She said don't put any more out. So probably about 15 minutes before doors end up locking, just before the last show of the night, this lady comes up to the hot food counter, and we have a bell for them to ring, and she didn't ring the fucking bell. We just hear her yelling, hello, super rude, and it was really annoying. So I go up to the counter, and I greet her, and I'm like, hi, what can I get for you? And she's like, do you guys not have any hot dogs left? I'm like, no, unfortunately, it's been very busy today. We sold out of all of our hot dogs, and if we put any more out, by the time they're cooked, they're not going to be ready in time for anyone to buy them, so it'd just be a waste of product, and we're sold out for the night, unfortunately. She's like, oh, okay, well, how about chicken strips then? And I don't know why people, if they order, this always happens. They try and order something that we don't have, or we don't have any left or any ready at the moment. And their backup pick is always also something we can't give them. I swear it happens every time. So this lady goes to like, well, how about the chicken strips? Can I get those? And unfortunately, the chicken strips, we can't make them at the moment. We have them, but our air fryer, we lost one of the filters, which is kind of like required to run the machine. So we can't use the air fryer and we can't cook the chicken. So I told her that. I said, like, unfortunately, our air fryer's down and we can't cook the chicken right now, so I can't do that either. She's like, well, why are you advertising you have chicken if you can't do it? I'm like, well, because we usually do have it, so we advertise it because usually we can do it. She's like, okay, fine, I'll just do 2 slices of the Hawaiian pizza, which luckily we had. So I got them out of the warmer, I gave them to her, and she kind of just like gives me a like gross look. She's like, why don't you guys have anything ready? And I'm just kind of not paying attention, so I'm like, I'm sorry. She's like, why do you guys not have anything ready? Like, there's still showtimes going. You should have everything available to every customer. And I'm like, I'm sorry. It's been a really busy day. It's just like things happen. I'm really sorry. We should have things the next time you come in. And she just kept going off. She's just like, well, no, like every food item should be available to every customer. This is ridiculous that I can't get anything I want that you're advertising here. I'm like, ma'am, it's fucking 10 o'clock at night. Like, do I look like a fucking Denny's to you? Like, we didn't just open. We've been open for like 13 hours now. We've sold basically all of our food. And if I cook more food, you're just going to complain that it wasn't ready in time for you to be in your movie on time. Now, obviously, I didn't say any of that, even though I should have said all of that. I just kind of said, like, I'm sorry, ma'am. Like, I will try and make sure that there's more food ready next time. You know, kind of just getting her to shut up. But she kind of just cut me off. She's like, no, you don't. Fucking minimum wage employees. You don't give a shit about anything. And I shit you not, she throws her fucking pizza at me. And I mean, she missed, which is nice. And I mean, funny, because I was literally right in front of her. That was like a point blank shot that she missed. She missed hitting me with the pizza. And then she kind of was just like, can I have another slice of pizza, please? And I'm like, you literally just threw that at me. You want me to give you a new one? She's like, well, I'm a paying customer. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. Here's your pizza. And I just walked away. I was just too tired to continue this argument. I had been working for a long time. I was out late the last night. I was tired. I did not have the fucking energy for this shit. So very shortly after that happened, I was just doing dishes. 10:30 came around, and I had already hit 8 hours, so I had to go home. So someone subbed in for me to help close back of house, and I went home. And when I tell you I fucking died upon hitting my pillow in my room, I mean that shit. Like, I didn't even think I had the best sleep last night. Like, it was all right. But as soon as I hit my bed last night, I was out. I was done for. But yeah, guys, that pretty much does it for the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have had any, negative customer experiences. Pretty sure everyone who works in customer service has. I'd love to hear you guys' stories, and I'd like to do a subscriber story video. I will probably do that soon. I actually have one lined up. I have it recorded, actually. I actually just need to, edit it. So if you guys have any, let me know. I'd like to do, a subscriber compilation of, bad, customer service experiences. I feel like that'd be kind of a cool video. But yeah, that's pretty much how these rushes go whenever working at the theater for popular movies. I didn't expect Inside Out to be that bad, but it was that bad, so now I'm just fucking terrified for when Deadpool comes out. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. You all know the drill at this point, at least I hope you do. And thank you all so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.